1, 2, 3, 4. 17. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. 1, 1, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 million. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 1, 2, 4, 90, 90, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 119, 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 7, 1, 1, 1, 1, 21, 5, 9, 10, 6, 1, 1, 1, 3, 64, 64, 64, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4,000, 1, 1, 4, 1, 23, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1.
Man, I hired these guys to like count me into the stream. I'm never gonna hire these fuckers again. Hello and welcome back. Now, you maybe didn't expect to see us so soon. It's been less than 14 months since we last streamed tabletop RPGs on twitch.tv/measlymaze. But yeah, we're back. And I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping first of all. I'm not evil. I did not kidnap anybody. Those reports have been struck from the record thanks to my co-streamers just being like really chill about it and not just like making a big deal about the whole situation. We all got compensated, we all had a good meal in the end, and that's all that, in my opinion, really matters. So without further ado, welcome to Surf and Turf Higher Education Session 6. Hey guys, what's going on? How's that bread/juicebox combo, everybody?
It's a croissant.
That's bread.
Definitely a croissant.
That's bread. Like, I'm not saying it's bread and not a croissant. A croissant is bread.
It's a pastry, technically.
Okay.
I was going to say it's more of a pastry.
I'm clicking the end stream button now. We need to hash this out.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We just need to fucking figure this out before we can be seen.
Yeah, we have some
from
internal
other people.
conflict we need to resolve.
Yeah. Welcome. It's me, White. I thought I had this fixed. I didn't.
Kakarot.
Guys, I'm... What on earth do you... I'm not Gaku. This isn't Dragon's Ball.
Remember in the old days when... Sorry to cut you off. Remember in the old days of the stream when Chris's roommates were always playing poker in the back?
And Chris wasn't so crisp in HD. Chris, you look like a Netflix special now.
I'm going to be blurring my camera for privacy reasons.
Is it the
How's that?
jackets? You don't want people to see the.
Now we don't
jackets
know.
behind
Well,
Now we
if
know
you
what kind of
mention the
juice you're
fucking
drinking.
jackets, then they know that the jackets. are
if
there,
you mention the
obviously.
jackets, they have to be brought up in the third act.
Yeah, it's crazy to me how macro the focus on this webcam goes.
You can-
Yeah.
Like you can,
Look at your
how are my
fingertips.
thumbprints in focus
Wow,
now?
really cool. Oh, man, now people can fake your crime.
Look at that. Like, why is this lens this shallow?
It's the power of
Wow.
Logitech, man.
You can
Shouldn't
do
be
really good like
necessary.
ant photos with it.
Yeah, and it's also like really bad at doing the one thing that a webcam is supposed to do. Like, why did they put a macro lens on this?
Taking a picture of someone's face. It's for flowers in a group chat. Welcome everybody to Surf and Turf, your favorite horror workplace comedy tabletop RPG series on twitch.tv/measlymeatloaf. I am
Hosted by us.
yes, so true. I can't believe we gave those other guys our airtime. Like they're killing it. What are they called? Critical
Yeah.
Mole?
We're doing way better
Something
than
like that.
us.
Something like
Insane that we're on the same network.
that. Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry.
Technically true, I guess.
I guess.
You are
Yeah.
phasing in and out of here.
Yeah, listen, today there's a lot of arcane power coursing through my brain right now, and also I dropped my webcam many times in the past and also chewed on it to make a funny noise when it was my main microphone on call with my friends, and it has paid off enormous dividends to me now in that I might accidentally give stroboscopic patrons and followers unforeseen side effects. I'm
Reese,
joined...
let's talk about that Laffy Taffy that you're melting on your tongue.
It's not a Laffy Taffy.
It's not
Is
a
it
tongue.
drugs?
It is
And
in
it's
fact
not
the
melting.
one candy that's supposed to melt on your tongue. It is a Jolly Rancher.
What about those like breath strips?
You said that like you're introducing a guest.
Our musical guest for tonight.
Mr.
The
Mr.
only
Jolly
candy supposed to
Rancher.
melt on your tongue. Jolly Rancher.
Very
I'm joined as always by Reese, friend of the stream and measly moderator, Zundarell in chat. You can find him on Twitter. Reese
No, you
Twitter-
can't.
He will find you on Twitter, given an hour of prep time, just like Goku. He will be playing
Or
Trent
Kakarot.
Cotry, same guy. Trent Cotry, our pararomantic, distressed guy. If you're familiar with the Doom franchise, Doom guy's not cocky anymore. He's got a single dribble of blood going down the middle of his forehead, and he's looking a little spooked and scared. We're joined as never before by Henry, friend of the stream, measly moderator, and drummer to the stars. He will be playing Kevin, an angel, a fish, and before anything else, a small business owner.
Speaking of drumming and me picking up this paper, we saw a quartet today, and the drummer at one point picked up his music off his stand and like started doing this with it,
Yeah?
and then like started like playing it like a drum. It's really wacky.
I wish he'd also done that knife tuber trend where you have to try to like cut up a piece of paper while it's sorry, I'm not loud enough. Yeah, so you have to like try to cut up a piece of paper while it's standing up on your table and use that instead of his drumsticks. I saw
Bye, Reese.
a drumfluencer. Yeah, bye Reese. He doesn't like talking about drumming anymore after the incident. I did see a drumfluencer who had a notched drumstick to be used to like draw along the cymbals, and that really made me think, man, if you hit your drum hard enough with that, that will snap in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. And joined as Reese does have the Overwatch chair. As always, this stream is brought to you by and endorsed fully by Blizzard. And also trans people everywhere. Chris, what's your whole deal? You play Vernon Roberts, a Benjamin
Seamless
Button of
transition.
a vampire who sups on a special sauce to get him going.
Yeah, that's basically it. I guess I can leave now. You've like.
Oh my god. Wow. Sometimes the spirit takes hold of you. Last time on Surf and Turf, so loud in the
Really
mic.
bad audio.
So loud. You gotta know that, Reese.
A rapper is so crisp.
You're
and
the
so
problem
clear.
at movie theaters, it turns out, huh? For every second you're making a rapper make noise in the camera, you're extending the stream by 10 minutes. I hope you know that.
Sorry, I was just trying to get a go on my ASMR career. I was really trying to
time
find
and
it.
place,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to spend my stream coin to make this into an ASMR video done by me.
Oh,
That's a really good idea, actually. I'm gonna put that in my back pocket.
Sorry, I'll try to get closer to my
Pocket.
microphone. Is this better, Solosod Live? I'm just being so lackadaisical and like laissez-faire with it back here. Because I kind of feel like this is the type of stream where I can chill out and not really try stuff.
Not really be audible.
Now, do you want me to get into a bit of a recap about what has been happening most recently on Surf and Turf Higher Education? As, like usual, it's been a little bit, and also the last stream ended with a bit of an upset in the meta. What did you just hold up, Reese? What was that?
I think you'll find out.
It's a secret surprise tool that'll help us later. We are in the midst of a lot of bullshit going on in Cabaret, California. The organism/tech startup Hyphae has been pooling a lot of its resources in the year that our hunters were away from their hometown, focusing on building a...
Oops. Ignore that.
Come on, man. I'm trying my best.
Low blow. Low blow.
Low blow. He's been dead for like 1 week, man. Let us mourn.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I pressed this button and now I actually can't do anything about this. I'm so sorry. All right.
Tech startup / fungal organ... Blue.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Walter White on call. Not meth. Can I do my can I do my
Yeah,
fucking
we
thing,
gotta focus
please?
up here.
Yeah,
Kid named Finger.
I'm trying to cook my fucking Eggo waffle, and you guys are asking me interview questions. Fungal entity / tech startup Hyphae has been pooling its resources in the year that our intrepid hunters have been away from their hometown, building not only a university, but seemingly a new life form. This process...
Which year were we away?
Which year were you guys away? I'm going to say the summer of 2016.
Oh my god, we have a year now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we are in January 2017. Earth. California. Yeah, I know.
AD.
Big no, BC. You never know where I'm at next. Jesus Christ. Huh. At the University of California Cabaret, the student body was turned into the student body, a new and nascent sentience / physical manifestation of creativity that seemingly can turn creative and pensive thought into physical reality. However, it is currently trapped within the confines of the grounds of the University of California Cabaret, and Hyphae seems either unable or unwilling to cross into those bounds and make physical or any other type of interaction with the student body as of right now. With all
Except
of this,
for that gnome.
except for
Are
that
we
gnome,
forgetting about the gnome?
we're not forgetting about the gnome. The gnome will come to play later. That's broadly under the spectrum of creating physical reality from thought, and it seems that there are some small tendrils of the student body's form that have been able to... you are unrelated to this, and in fact, soon to be unrelated to this podcast. In seeing that Hyphae and other forces at play seem to be making a bit of a bid to play in the same league as the forces of heaven and hell, the Cyclogrease, leader of hell, and the Nautilus, a high-ranking archangel of heaven, decided to meet in neutral ground on the ranch owned and operated by one Vernon Roberts, friend of the stream and measly moderator, who would also act as a moderator, for this debate. Things were going pretty amicably, but Amber and Trent were pretty pissed off by the whole occurrence, as there was a lot of, not chicanery, what's the tomfoolery. When you talk a lot in front of a court and try to, like, buy time. Not gerrymandering.
Is that
Filibustering?
Filibustering. It was a lot of filibustering, a lot of positing, but not a lot of, like, we really genuinely care about, the loss of human lives, which, to the vampire and the angel in the room, not the biggest concern in the world. To the very human man, maybe not the best vibes. Amber and Vernon... Amber and Trent were outside of the shed having a smoke of some Newport-branded cigarettes when, from the outskirts of Vernon's property, 3 Theodore Yinzers showed up, all wielding pistols, all firing upon Trent and Amber, who quickly wielded their weapons. However, a few seconds after that, all members of the party and people present, save for the cyclogrease, to your knowledge so far, blacked out for, you don't know, minutes, whatever, but you were awake upon the ground with very hazy memories. It's like trying to remember a dream just after it happened, but you know that you were just now either somewhere else or in some altered state. Trent and Kevin, it reminded you quite significantly of the vision that you had kind of connecting with the student body where you kind of projected your minds. You don't remember, I will say, the specific events of being on a bus with Max Wilcox or any of the other things that perhaps ended the last stream, but you did, in fact, something that had consequences. I don't want people thinking that the stream coin didn't have direct play on the world of Cabaret. So we reconvene with Kevin, Vernon, Olivier, the Nautilus, and the Cyclogrease within the Vernon's kind of back shed around a conference table in a bit of a altered physical state that could both support and deflect heaven and hell. And we have Trent and Amber outside said shed on the ground as well. And the three Ted Yinzers seem to have been similarly affected by whatever just kind of occurred. We are there. We are present. This is Surf and Turf Higher Education, Session 6. Any questions?
No.
Great. So we can just like end it off here, and then we'll reconvene at the beginning of next session, see where we end up. I think we're going to start with Trent and Amber outside, as that's where we were so rudely interrupted last time. Amber seems to be gripping her head. She is in a humanoid form still, not in her kind of like dirt/bone form that she has adopted before in combat. And she looks to you, Trent. She goes, status, you were just kind of fucked up too. You're...
I think Trent's pretty dazed about what just happened. Like just waking up. Fucking Yinzer.
Three of them.
Yinzers.
Three of them.
Them. Definitely like
also,
three of them.
Also on the ground, I'm gonna hit them.
What if we get the jump on them?
Yeah, you can do the same. They appear to be very dazed, but also getting up.
I think Amber and I are gonna.
They have not said. They have not spoken a word to you as of yet, and nor have they made any noise other than their gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you attempting to do?
Damn. I think we need backup because it's 2v3 right now. So I feel like I need to get either Kevin or Vernon.
Well, they're just three normal human men.
Sure, and there's three of the exact same normal.
Oh
human
yeah, you're
man.
right.
That's
It's
very
just
normal.
three normal human man.
Yeah. I want to get Kevin. Actually, Kevin's my guide, so he knows I'm in danger.
Yeah, Kevin, you guys heard the gunshots like just before. You remember like everything that happened like before you kind of blacked out briefly. And also, I will say, it is definitely ringing pretty strange and fucked up to you that like you were affected by the same thing that affected like Vernon, and like that the Nautilus and the Cyclogrease also seem similarly affected. The Cyclogrease was not like on the ground, but they seem contused and confused. But you know that Trent is in immediate danger outside, and I will say that you know he's being attacked by three people. In fact, you know the make and model of the firearms being used against him.
Okay, so I'm just in a shed, like right next to them, right? I can just like exit through the door.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to exit through the door on the double.
Yeah, you kind of reach out, and you feel your kind of the vibes thrumming and postulating between your two guides, both angelic and divine, or demonic and divine. Vernon, what are you doing as Kevin's rushing outside to deal with this other problem?
I heard the gunshots. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, everyone, it appears that let's take a quick 15 minutes recess. I think we have some business to attend to outside.
The
Yeah, someone did just fire several guns, like maybe 30 feet away, separated by like a wooden wall. I think everyone's pretty. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll leave. I was on my way out.
Thank you, Kevin.
The Nautilus kind of looks at you and goes, "Yes, I think it would be. I think it would be quite a good idea for me to go outside." I can't remember what they were fucking. They were
Not
quiet.
British.
They're not British. Not Austin Powers.
Do I make you Randy, baby?
Whoa.
Oh my god.
my veins hurt from hearing that, man.
Oh
my
like
God.
that we're keeping with the theme of angels having somewhat inconsistent voices.
Yeah. I believe I will be going outside too. Yes. And the Nautilus stands up and is brandishing their lance and is following not very quickly but directly outside, looking very interested. The Cyclogrease kind of like nods to you, Vernon, and says, "Yes, I can't really leave this shed right now, so I will be taking my recess inside today. If that is, just so I'm invested in what's going on outside. I'm just not really allowed to. Yeah.
No.
Are you also staying in here with me, Vernon? I personally, we don't need to trifle with what's going on out there.
It depends. I may have some stake.
Oh, this is your
in this matter.
I should hope you wouldn't have any stake in the matter.
Mm.
I must say, this is a fun conversation to be focusing on right now with what else is going on outside out there. But I must say, you're not one of the more normal vampires I've ever met, and I'm like the devil, so I've met all of them. I don't know you, Vernon, and this is puzzling to me. So sit with that knowledge going forward. We met once before, but you wouldn't remember it. It was when you fell off that plane.
Yes. No, I think I do. Trent, not the time.
Trent, would you pass me a red Jolly Rancher, please?
So sorry.
All right. You know, microphones have this phenomenal feature where you can mute them when you might be.
How about a Jolly Rancher wrapper so loud you can hear it from outside a shed?
Could the Cyclogrease make a Jolly Rancher so loud even he couldn't smoke it? But just go forward with that knowledge in mind, Vernon. Obviously, I won't get into it right now, but there's some funky shit at play, and your decisions going forward will have great effect on things. Wink.
Well, thank you for this information.
So Kevin, you burst out the door, followed pretty swiftly by the Nautilus and by Olivier, who is brandishing his Uzi. And
is that 3 Ted Yinzers?
Yeah, it really looks like it, doesn't it?
I'm not entirely sure. They all, I will say, I'm not really sure how your angel eyes work, but these guys have like the same bones and everything inside there. Like they're the same guy.
Oh, that's fun. No, I'm just normal. Mostly normal, I think.
I don't think we have a lot of time until they
Can't
get
see
up
the
and start
bones.
shooting. What's our
Yeah, this
MO?
sucks. I hated that guy when he was just one guy.
Yeah,
And
Vernon,
man,
you killed
remember
this guy.
when he died? That was so cool.
Vernon, you ate this guy, yeah?
Yes, I did eat this guy, and you know what? I'd do it again.
Well, you have a unique opportunity, my friend. Everybody who's
All right,
fighting,
what's the-
roll kick some ass. I'm guessing that
alright.
would be
My
and,
dice.
Wait, I have a question.
Si, senor.
So I have a move called Do As the Supernatural Do,
Oh.
which is you can take a natural move from your guide's playbook.
Yeah.
And I use that to take the Platonic Pedagogy
Mhm.
from Amber. Can I use that to take another one from Kevin since I've acquired him as like a new guide?
Using like another, like, are you using were you using a level up to do that?
No, it's just like a move that I already have though.
And like it's already been set aside to gain a move from like Amber's like playbook.
I guess it just feels like if I have another guide, maybe I got another move because I'm using like a level up for that, and it would affect like all my other moves.
It just says a move.
Yeah.
So
I got a 12 on that roll.
yeah.
And
Excellent.
I would like to
Mhm,
suffer less harm.
I like.
I'm gonna go for the. I'm talking to Trent and Amber. I'm gonna go for the old stabby sort of technique.
Mm.
Not really thinking we need a ton of strategy here. Maybe watch out for the guns.
No, I don't think these guys are going to be particularly difficult to kill. And Amber is also rushing in with her blade drawn.
I'm gonna go. I would love to just put this trident straight through one of their eyes, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I approve.
And you went with suffer less harm, yeah.
Yeah.
You stab this thing right through this guy's head, and he is very like the fight goes out of his body like as you're doing that, but he does fire a shot off which dings you in your shoulder. So I must say that you were wearing your armor that was established last time. So it would have dealt you 3 harm. That's 1 less for your armor, and then 1 less for suffering less harm. So you take 1 harm. Trent, what are you doing?
And
I also want to kick some ass.
I guess that puts me back at unstable because I was sitting at 3 harm before, and I think that was established that was accurate for the last session, and no time has passed.
No time has passed, and like you've been kind of like on the move and like pretty unstable. So yeah, unless big action is taken to heal you, you will be suffering further on. In fact, I will say that you have sprung a leak, Kevin. This bullet, it just like dings like in like a soft bit of your armor, but you're just kind of like spurting out water, and this will make certain things you attempt to do a little bit more unstable. And I'm going to try to do that going forward. We're marking where taking any damage is going to give you like an actual like palpable effect on you. Might just be one for 1 round, might be permanent, and to being like unstable is going to have like a lot more effect on you. I've been pulling my punches a little bit, and you guys are quite strong. So let's see where this goes. Obviously, it's also like still easier to kill Trent like physically, but you all like still have like magnitudes of damage that you can take. Anyways, Trentley, you're doing some kick some ass.
Yeah.
in Congress with Amber.
Yeah, I did. I rolled a 10.
And what are you wielding?
Probably Victor Timothy's knife.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get 2 bonuses because both my guys are here?
Yeah, I like that.
That brings me up to a 12, which is enough to activate my advanced kick some ass.
And I will say that like you like Vernon, you seeing from behind, like this is already like a pretty heightened like space that you are in with like these like all these very powerful figures all together. Like this is like if fucking Victor Timothy were here, like he wouldn't know who to attack first right now because his kind of Balloon's tower defense brain would just kind of go haywire, and you, even without that the changing effects of psilocybin mushrooms, you can see this kind of red thrum around Trent just kind of like seeping back and forth between Kevin, Amber, and himself. Advance kick some ass, my friend. What are you attempting?
I'm gonna say that the red like mist that's swirling around me kind of swirls around the battlefield. And I want to say we completely hold the advantage, and everyone involved gets +1 forward.
And you just cut completely through this motherfucker with this knife. Again, the magnitude of damage that you do, it immediately kills his mortal body. He does get a shot off, which dings off. You have your shield and you have your amulet, yeah. So that would mean you also only take 1 harm.
Would I have any harm right now? I have 2 on my tracker, but I don't know if those are from like a different session.
We went over people. I think you are at a little bit. Oh no, because you had a day of rest. So you shouldn't be at any harm.
Okay. All right, so I'm at 1 harm now.
Yep. We've done fucking Yu-Gi-Oh with the power creep here. The numbers are gonna be going insane for it. Like people got dealt 1,400 damage to kill Kevin. And this guy, like they were just like getting ready, and you did get like the swing on him, and he got a shot off, but just in like the kind of maelstrom of like dirt and foam around you, which I assume is what Kevin emits, like a fun house. You're doing okay. There is one Yinzer looking down the 3 of you. Amber pretty swiftly cuts his right arm off, missing her.
I do like the visual of like sea foam sort of bubbling through the armor as if you were checking for a leak in a bike
it's
tire.
It's kind of foaming off of it, yeah. And the ground beneath you all is getting pretty muddy just from, again, like just the ambient effects of like this much kind of angelic and divine power stewing around you. And the last Theodore Yinzer just kind of looks at you guys, spits a bloody tooth out on the ground, and just kind of like it throws himself pretty much onto Amber's sword, trying to get at her with his bare fucking hands. And there are now
Did
three-
anybody punch him in the mouth? He just coughed up a blood.
they're just dramatic like that. And there are 3 Ted Yinzers on the ground in front of you. You all feel a pretty minor earthquake, just a bit of a tremor beneath you all. It subsides within like maybe 4, 5, 6 seconds, 7, 8, 9 at the maximum.
Between 4 to 9 seconds of
There's no way of knowing. Like I'm just giving you the information that I have. Okay. And it's and Amber and the Nautilus are just kind of stood there a little bit perturbed. The Cyclogrease is standing in the door of this shed, not stepping out.
I'm going to take a cautious step forward and kind of poke around these corpses a little bit. Maybe see what that meat looks like.
Hit me with a maybe a investigate a mystery. I need to have my fucking
Sounds good to me.
stuff up. My compatriots' faces will pause briefly as I'm pulling up my data.
That's going to be a 4, so I don't think you need to pull up much of anything.
Actually, then Kevin, mark experience for one. Also, if any of you guys, I have the book. No, I don't know where the book is right now. Fuck.
I'm looking at the Hunter reference sheet right now.
Okay.
Is that what you want?
Could you send that to the Discord just so I can pull it up? Because I can't find my files for it right now. But you got a 4 on investigate a mystery.
Yes.
As you are reaching down to these bodies, Kevin, one of the Yinzers has it strikes you as looking different from the other 2, which like kind of rings a little weird for you because they're and by all information you have, they are ostensibly exactly the same. And this one has his maybe he just I don't know, did chest day at the gym a couple more times than the other 2, but his like torso looks like bigger. It's kind of like bulging under his coat, and you kind of reach forward with your trident to kind of like poke him, and he it just explodes outwards into this kind of like hazy green yellow cloud of spores.
Oh God.
And you breathe a lot of that in, and you're gonna take another point of damage, Kevin.
Man, I do not like this guy. He's not doing himself any favors.
Yeah, there's a lot now, like a pretty you guys aren't so much in like the kind of like radius of it, but like the air has like definitely thickened around you. It's like there's like a shit ton of sawdust that got kicked up into the air.
Man, that is disgusting.
And Vernon, you no, because you've not made any kind of act upon it. The Nautilus standing in the doorway is looking at the 3 of you. He's like, I believe that the Cyclogrease and I are at enough of an agreement to be moving along with, and I must be getting back to this type of physical manifestation taking upon my body has never occurred before. I do not wish to speak to the visions that I saw when I was unconscious just now, but I have not taken a good night's rest in several thousands of years, and I do not wish to repeat it again against my own will. I will meet you all at the discussed location at Hell's. They are like furious. I'm not. It's hard to describe what a squid looks like when it's angry, but this guy is that. And he just kind of like grimaces, looks like so taken aback by like having any sort of agency taken away from them, that they're kind of at a loss for words, and they just kind of like slurp within themselves in just kind of like a puff of light and water.
I like how Kevin's like also obviously like a pretty powerful being, but is also just like pretty used to that at this point. Like
Yeah.
it seems like it happens to me a lot.
Yeah, Kevin, like, but also like I think that you have been like at the beck and call of heaven for so long, and like are
Yeah,
I think Kevin is not the most like independent being in the
No,
world.
I've been like a foot soldier until very recently.
The cycling
I'm
race.
also like
yeah, please.
kind of maybe I'm gonna take a seat or something, guys, because I'm not feeling too good.
Hmm.
Yeah, you. I must say, Kevin, you look quite horrible. I too believe that we have found our. This is me, the Cycloreese, by the way. The Nautilus left.
Oops.
Kevin, you've sprung a leak. I too believe
Another
that the physical situation we found ourselves in speaks for itself. I must tell you, based on the limited information that I am allowed to have about the physical world, that more of these detectives are coming, and I believe it will be far more than 3 next time, so that might be a good avenue of further interest. I have popped up a physical outpost for myself on the outskirts of Haife, and we can continue with Heaven and Ours plans when you two arrive there. See to business that you must beforehand, as things may get particularly messy, as we have not made physical landing upon the material Earth in quite some time. I appreciate all of your cooperations through all this. And he kind of, like, he turns to you, Kevin, and he's like, I would heal you, but that probably would not be the most enjoyable thing for someone of your...
It might kill me.
It might kill
Please,
you, yeah.
please don't. I appreciate. I appreciate it,
It's
Mr.
always...
or Sir. Doctor
well,
Cycloreese.
you can. I didn't pick the name. Someone else here did. He kind of just looks at Amber. They do a little conspiratorial chuckle. And he turns to the rest of you. It's like, may I have a word alone with my mother before I leave?
Yes.
Thank you. And Amber kind of walks into the shed, looks kind of awkwardly back at you guys.
I'm just gonna keep sitting on the ground here if that's okay. Or I could, maybe someone could move me. I can walk.
I
I'll
can
get up.
try to heal you, Kevin, if you'd like that.
Wow, have we ever done that before?
You still have the Christmas gifts that you guys got, remember? So you have like the fountain pen of holy
good.
water and also the gallon jug or the gallon drum of fucking syrup. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Trent, you get a little kind of like buzz in the back of your head. You know that Amber is like safe and like fine in there. She's like pretty actively telling you that right now.
Sounds good.
And she kind of like pops her head out. She's like, yeah, I'm going to go to the outpost, and there's some stuff I kind of need to get if things are gonna go down weird. If you need me, you know where to call me, but also you are in relatively capable and stable hands with Kevin. No dirt on you, Kevin. You've just been like a bit of a fucking punching bag recently.
I'm just taking a minute.
Is there anything you guys want me to look into and focus on? I feel like we have a lot of like kind of plates spinning right now that we have to deal with. We don't really know where other Kevin or Q are.
I don't suppose there's any way we can figure out where these Yinzers came from.
I've got a
Maybe a
pretty
little
good idea
man
of where
tracker
they came
type.
from. But yeah, if I see more, I'll let you guys know. And if I see like a Yinzer queen, this is probably still Haife we're vibing, yeah? Like,
yes, judging by the spores, it would.
So real. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean more just like how do they did somebody drive them here? Did they like grow out of the ground type of thing, or like
Yeah,
did anybody see those guys show up? Or
I mean, I don't know, man. You're an employee of Haife, right? I don't know.
I honestly don't really know.
Yeah.
That contract, I will say, I think I signed under duress, and I feel like it shouldn't be legally binding. But I also didn't really read it that well.
My son is technically a lawyer, but he might not be the best. He can't go to a lot of like we would need to like desecrate the courtroom. It's a whole thing. But
Is Amber still just like talking while peeking her head out?
like
The
she
entire
keeps
time.
like peeking her head back in, and then like be like, oh, and like another thing. Yeah. Great.
Okay,
Trent,
thanks, Amber.
love ya. Good luck.
Love you. Good night. She was talking to me, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, for real. Trent, don't die, please. Anything you need from me
I'll
before
do
I
my
go?
best.
We'll continue talking when all this shit's not going down. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe
Bye.
time. Kevin.
Kevin,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll
How about
I'll
you
go
just,
sit in the
like-
car or something.
yeah. How about you just go leak all over the passenger seat for a couple?
Wow.
minutes?
Okay.
Wow.
That's a little bit rude.
Well, I'm trying to have like some time here.
Kevin
If you
Trent.
could just give me like.
Trent didn't like. That's not reflective on how you've been acting. That's more reflective on how Trent is feeling in this. Sorry to speak for you, Trent. But
You're
like,
right.
We're
You know
all,
what?
Yeah, it's
You're
all,
right.
It's all. Yeah. Actually,
It's really just getting to
Vernon,
me,
you've had a lot
know?
of experience moderating stuff. Can you like step in for these two? And I'm kidding. I'm gonna go. Merry Christmas to you all and goodbye.
Was it
Merry
mid-November?
Christmas to you.
It's January 7th.
Fuck.
She pokes her head out one more time. It is January. 7th.
January
I really gotta
7th,
go.
2017, for real this time.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna like the energy shot is very helpful, but I think that's like I can like
It's a final boss
power through
consumable.
until I go to a hospital or something. I don't think now's the time. I
Where-
also
where,
have
Where are you at on your damage track?
well, I still have 2 more before I'm dying. I'm at 5 harm right now.
Oh my god, wait, it's Jan 7th is Riley's birthday.
Wow.
That's very funny. Might also be my dad's birthday. There's really no way of knowing.
I will also say one of the other Christmas gifts that I got, according to my notes, is a Parmesan wheel. Do you remember who that was from?
Yeah,
Is that
you
from
got that.
James?
You got that from what's his name? Kale, the Commander in Cheers cheese guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Is it James? Might be. Let's
That's
check.
James Grimm, who is one of the other managers who you've not
Oh, I
seen
see.
much of since you guys got back from your year hiatus away. So it's kind of just the 3 of you on Dyer Ranch. There are 3 corpses of these frickin' Yinzers on the ground. There's been no more like aftershocks from these earthquakes, no more weird like blacking out. You guys hear a holler from the big house on the ranch, and you guys see Pork and Beans kind of huffing it over to you guys. You're like, what the what's going on? You guys we all passed out in there. We think we're under some type of mental attack or duress. Is this the devil's doing?
No,
think
No,
not.
actually.
I don't think
No.
so.
We were just with him.
Yeah.
See,
Actually-
I saw that gentleman, and only one phrase entered my mind as soon as I saw him. It was that there is the devil. So we'll.
I like your accent.
Thank you. I've been working on it. What the fuck's going? You killed 3 gentlemen on the property. Always good. Are these ones for bagging or tagging, Vernon?
You know what? For some reason, I have a stranger. I think we might even be able to turn these ones into some sort of a confectionery. Could be fun.
Like a cake, you think?
Yes, I was. thinking a
It
cake.
is Ethiopian Christmas today, after all.
And it is still PCP Thursday.
Wow. Wow.
That's true. Wow, time
That's
flies.
beautiful. But yeah, what the
A lot
fuck's going
happens
on?
in a
Do you guys?
PCP
Oh my
Thursday.
God, Kevin, you're not looking so great. Where you guys need to? What's
Not feeling so great.
Yeah, what's happening? Are we still Are we still playing host? Mariana sent me to be your kind of your errand boy.
I'm thinking maybe, and I don't want to be too imposing, but I'm thinking maybe hospital or equivalent.
Would hospital be good for you? Should we go see like Ram?
Well, not like the actual hospital, but actually that might be kind of funny.
that would be pretty funny.
But no, I mean like I don't know if we want to make that session or this session that the gang goes to a
I
hospital.
don't know. Again.
No, but if again, I don't mean to be a bother or anything, but if it's not too much trouble, if you maybe know a healer or can get me to one, I mean, we're still maybe
Can I open my phone and call Ramel, Max?
Absolutely.
yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe Ramel's not
It
busy.
rings 2 or 3 times, and then it picks up, and you hear like the sound of like kind of like whirring and rushing, like he's picked up from like a Bluetooth connection in a car, and or an aux cord connection in a car, depending on what was widely available in the year of 2017. I can't remember if Bluetooth had been invented yet. /J. Oh, hi, Trent. What can I do for you for, buddy?
Oh.
Buddy pal?
Hate to bother you, Sailor, but Kev's in a pretty bad way.
Oh,
And I was wondering if you were around for some emergency first aid.
oh Lord. Any other time I would be, but I've had a bit of a family emergency, and I'm currently driving across state to make sure that my dad's still okay. He had a bit of a fall middle of the night a couple days ago, and I only found out about it yesterday. I'm driving out as quick as I can with my fiance. Hi,
Is
Trent.
there anyone else? Hey, is there anyone else I could call or
Oh,
take Kevin to maybe?
Oh, I would suggest my my league of extraordinary gentlemen, as I've taken to calling them recently, my wizard pals and such. But both of them got tickets for a cruise, and they went out of town just a couple days before I did.
Wow, how inconvenient.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I think that they didn't have to pay like a lot for the cruise. Like, it's
Oh.
pretty it doesn't sound so bad to me.
Sorry,
Oh,
did you
fuck,
have
but
anyone
for
else?
but for Kevin,
yeah,
fuck.
anyone that's available. He's kind of
Hey, can you tell
not-
Sailor I say hi?
Oh, Kevin says hi.
Oh, hi, Kev. I can try to do some shit from like remote from far away, but it might I don't know how long it would take for it to like get to you, and it might be a little weird.
I put the call on speaker so everyone can
Oh,
hear.
thank you. Just so I wasn't yelling, so he could hear me more. That's I'm afraid I'll have to get you next time. I mean, Cabaret's like a pretty sleepy town. The only other wizard I know is like Q, but they're all wrapped up in this hyphae bullshit. You hear?
Do you know anyone in the like city nearby that we could see?
And Pork and Beans says, "Well, I mean, I've hooked you boys up with pals before. I know some healers. They're just slightly on the less reputable goody two shoes fucking Boy Scout side of things. I can perhaps hook you up with that. You may owe this fucker a favor, but if things are turning the way they look to be turning, maybe he'll be dead very soon. We don't know."
Your call, Kev.
By this fucker, is he talking about himself or is he talking about me?
No, my friend Stu.
Oh, Stu sounds fun.
All right,
I
thanks,
could go
Sailor.
first,
I'll
too.
call you back later.
No sweat, King. Yeah, Key, let's get this bread.
Bye, Sailor.
Bye, Trent.
Bye,
That's
Sailor.
Sailor's fiance, Deirdre.
All right, Pork and Beans.
Hiya.
Where can we find this stew?
Stu lives a little ways down the road. He's not the type to leave town very often. So it should be pretty good. He should be able to heal Kevin up real quick. He fixed up my leg last time it got cut off. Not in werewolf kind of mode. I'd like I can drive you out there. I can maybe drive you back. Up to you. It's not too far away, and he should still be in town. Unlike seemingly a lot of I've been making a lot of social calls recently and finding people to be out of town. It's confusing and strange. We booking it?
Yo, let's get in
Yeah.
the car. You have you must have a Jeep, right? Sorry,
Well,
who are we riding with? What's
Sorry,
the plan here?
Amber's Jeep is probably here, right?
Yeah,
And
my
she
car's
said she was
here,
going.
guys. Like I
Oh, hey, Amber.
And
Paging
Amber said she
Trent
was
this.
going with the cyclogrease, right?
Yeah, she disappeared through the same means as him.
So I'm probably just gonna take her Jeep back to like our place.
Cool.
But like I can just use it in the meantime.
All right, I'll come to introduce you guys to Stu. He's you guys remember my buddy the Cooper, yeah?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I met Stu under similar circumstances, and he's of a similar quality of character in my opinion.
Pedigree.
But he's cheap, which I like.
All right, Vernon, you coming with?
Yes, I think so.
Excellent.
Pollen truck, you guys drive there. You see a large it's kind of similar like expensive looking for like many years ago house type beat. It looks old and not very well taken care of, but definitely like it was expensive at some point. Just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, not a lot else on the property. A bunch of like rusted out cars. And you see that there is smoke coming from the chimney. It's like I said, like not a cold day, but like a kind of a humid and muggy day. It's a bit strange that there would be heat coming from inside this spot. Oh, pardon me. And you guys drive up to the driveway, blah, 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 and from within this house, you smell more smoke coming out. and the door is busted open as soon as Pork and Beans knocks on it by tall, bearded fellow. It seems to be wrapped up in many, many layers. A lot of heat coming from inside this house. And he greets you. Pork and Beans bringing fucking. Are we killing these ones?
This guy a mummy?
Time? I'm a father, actually.
Sorry, I wasn't talking to you, but
That there's an angel. Yeah, this is my friend Kevin. Golly gosh, there's I want Kevin to get healed, and I want there to be consequences of this. But I'm gonna say that this guy wants money to heal Kevin, and that's currently his thing. That is needed from him.
I think the issue with money is that we have 2 managers of a store and a part-time employee or a full-time employee that wasn't really doing anything, so we have a lot of cash.
But do you have a lot of cash on you?
Is there an ATM nearby? Can I e-transfer you?
My email's cooking up with some stew at hotmail.biz.
Nice.
I will say that I don't want to fact this because I want Kevin to be healed, but there's just other shit I want to get to in this fucking episode where it's not just we're going to a hospital with Kevin the entire time. No e-transfer in America. What the fuck? Also, it's 2017 before computers were invented.
True.
I will say that you can either be healed kind of slowly by this guy very safely, and either Kevin, you will be out of commission for a little while, or you can be healed quickly, but it will be dangerous.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I'm feeling a little bit sleepy.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, like, if this is gonna be a pretty big last battle, I don't know if we want to rush the healing process.
Seems like I'm losing a lot of water here.
Water, yeah.
Just a little observation. Sorry about your
Can I pour
wife's
some?
car, Trent.
It's waterproof. It's fine. It's a Jeep with
a
leather
Jeep.
seats.
They're waterproof. Yeah, I've not fucked around with angels too much, but I've dealt with demon physiology, and it's roughly similar, save you substitute sand for water. So I've got a big old pickle jar of a situation that I can leave this guy in. Probably gonna take about half a day minimum to get him up to a proper working order.
That sounds nice. What's the dangerous option look like? Can we just run through that?
I will dip you in a pretty potent slurry of my own making. You can inspect the ingredients yourself. I'm just not going to list them all here because Max doesn't have them written out beforehand.
All right, let's do that one, actually. That one sounds pretty cool.
You want to get glazed?
I'd love to get glazed.
Now I'll say I have no measured effect of what this does to an angelic body. I know that these are all things that heal angels, but you're just kind of getting... It's the equivalent of, instead of roasting a turkey in the oven at 400 degrees for like 2 hours.
It's like that one time on the show I tried to make ambrosia in a blender and it hurt me.
I'm very familiar. I do read your blog. Yes, I'm very familiar with your work.
Yeah.
It's a pretty similar situation.
So that is... Yeah, I was wondering if that was actually getting posted anywhere. But...
So you're dipping Kevin in a
healing nutrient-rich salve as quickly as I possibly can.
It's like dipping a human in just like a liquid vat of concentrated like antibodies.
It's like Achilles in the river Styx.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this is going to do to you or me, Kevin, but I think it's going to be a beautiful relationship that's going to force itself out of it. Also, Pork and Beans had to walk home. He had other business to attend to. Too many NPCs in this scene.
Fair enough. Happens.
Thank you. It happens all the time.
All right,
he got called
get
away
this thing started.
on business. All right.
Is this going to be covered by insurance, or do I
Thursday.
need to pay out of pocket?
If you could pay me in gold, that would be preferable to me. But I also take
I have this wheel of Parmesan.
Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. You would give away a Christmas cheer-filled gift to me? Well, Wow.
Well,
Kevin.
I should still have some cash from my Greedo payout as well, I think. Although I have been living off of the Greedo payout for a while, and I think it might be starting to run a little
I
thin.
mean, you were also in heaven for a year. You guys have like really been like talking through your whole situation with this guy. He's become, he's become like a
Close
Mads
friend.
a Mads level member of the party. He's got this kind of like hydraulic he's got a forklift in his garage and a
Kitchen.
vat set up so that you can be dipped in his just like whoop just in and out. All right, Kev. Basically what this boils down to is if you roll under 6 this session and possibly the next one, there's going to be a lot more shit that I can throw at you narratively. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that makes sense. Are we talking about under 6 with? I'm rolling 2 dice, right? You know what? Never mind. I think I can answer that one myself.
I think that not a word I've said to Henry in the past year has gone through to him on this He's just been like saying whatever, and it just happens to have responded to some stuff that I've said.
Yeah, it's in character. It works.
Yeah. Also, just in case it wasn't kind of clear, this session is like the pre-battle prep session.
Yeah, that's
so
why we're dipping me in a big vat.
That's why we're dipping
I
you
know
in a big
that.
vat.
Let's get to the procedure.
Yeah.
And
So
why does your voice sound different now?
that's Kevin not responding to something that this guy said. In canon, of course. Dip down into this kind of drum, and it's a lot like the scene where the shoe gets dipped into the drum of acid in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's this kind of like thick, gurgling, bubbling, smoky green stuff that he's got in this kind of bathtub.
Joker style.
Joker style. You're suspended by a harness. You just kind of like, you're not going in by your feet. You're just going in like, whoop, face first, so you can get like as much dunking as possible.
Nice. Yeah.
Trent or Kevin, roll act under pressure for me.
Nine.
I'm fine if you disagree with me, but never speak in German again. So fucking dumb. I'm losing my actual mind. Okay, it feels fucking terrible and kind of good at the same time. It's very similar to like touching water that's so hot that it almost feels like fucking cold. It's just a very intense wave of heaven adjacent energy. Yes, Chris.
Like CBT.
That's kind of just like washing over you, but because it's like so fast that it fleets pretty soon after you're out the water, and you can feel it very actively just kind of evaporating off your skin. No, sorry, I was scheming evil things I could do, but there would be no. Never mind. I'll talk about it after the session. It's not gonna happen. You are no longer unstable. You are at 0 harm, but you feel different. Like some of the water within you has been substituted for something a little else. Like you're not like tainted, but magic might be a little weird, and if you fail, you will fail harder.
Okay.
Yeah, just to explain that narratively.
Right.
This guy bows to you, Kevin. He's like, "It was an honor. I will accept my payment in gold, as I said, or in non sequential U.S. or Spanish currency."
I mean, I have. This looks to be a little less than $1,000, and I think that's all the cash I have left. So, if you want to have that, please be my guest.
So you give him the last of your Greedo payout. So you now are non-liquid and more liquid than ever.
Yeah.
Shame. Where are you guys off to next? You still have Amber's Jeep. You can split up. You can go together. You know that the meeting point for Heaven and Hell is whatever kind of crystallization of hell has poked forward on the outskirts of Haife. That is that. You guys are on the outskirts of town. I will say you were like kind of on the other side of town from where the kind of Tech and Haife district is.
Are we listening to Chance the Rapper on a CD?
No, Amber only has audiobooks in the Jeep right now.
I do have in my notes that Amber is a quote big fan of Chance the Rapper.
And it's gonna come up. But she was listening to Pride and Prejudice and Zombies
on a CD.
on a CD that it's very clearly a CD that she burned herself. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's all audiobooks in the Jeep right now.
Yeah. Trent has Armada by Ernest Cline burned onto a CD.
Is it just? Is it? Wow, that's beautiful. Who reads it?
I do not remember.
Yes, and where
Trent reads it
Trent
every
reads
night.
it. Every
Okay.
Trent
Yeah,
reads
of
this
course.
audiobook every night.
The Cycle of Grease reads it.
Where are you guys going? Well, what's your next move? And then we
Man.
can get into some more information that I'm going to throw at you when I know the direction that you're heading in.
I mean, we could go back to like the Hi-Fi office and I don't know, probably get. Well, I don't know. Has that ever once gone well for us?
Not a once, no.
No.
Not at once. It could be useful to do some reconnaissance and figure out exactly the source of these yinzers, but that could also be quite dangerous too.
What if we? Okay, what if we
this
just
is you guys
fuck around?
sitting in the Jeep, like in this guy's
Yeah.
driveway? No.
We
What
have
if we
Google
just-
Maps open with no destination.
Guys, I have an idea. What if we just fuck around for long enough that more of these guys come after us? Because I feel like that will probably happen.
I mean, we could go get some Taco Bell.
Yeah, let's go get some Taco Bell, and then when more Yinzers show up, we should throw one in the back of the Jeep, and then we'll have him captured.
I feel like it might be best to take a more proactive approach. Last time we were sort of caught off guard by the yinzers. I would not like to have that happen again.
Huh. Okay. Well, how are we gonna like lure them to us then?
Thank you, Chris.
Who
As
was
you-
that?
That
by
was
the way.
that was me.
Did anyone
That
else
was-
hear that?
What are you talking about, Kevin? Oh, it must be the audiobook.
Oh yeah.
That's the truly funny thing, Kevin. You aren't insane. You never were.
Nice. Cool reference.
Very cool reference. Non-canon. Kevin is insane.
I do
Um,
love that line.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let's talk about spoilers for a book.
No.
now.
Let's
Let's go to Taco
talk
Bell,
about my
guys.
plan
Let's
to.
go to the
Okay.
combination KFC Taco Bell. That's the only
Guys.
location that is in Cabaret.
Do we love my idea of capturing a Yinzer or not? Or do we love it? That would be
What are we gonna do with the Yinzer?
Well, that's kind of as far as I got. Maybe we could like torture a confession out of them or something.
I feel like
Do
it's
we
not
love
gonna
that?
work if they're like. I feel like it's not gonna work if they're not like people, right? Like they're just
Well,
like
they
kinda
are-
spore They're like
that's true,
bags
yeah.
of like spores.
Yeah, I
I'm
did
sure
breathe a
it
lot
might
of that
could-
in last time.
Yeah,
That cannot
I'm
be
sure
good. That's
Mike-
like
I will say
silica or whatever, I think.
the last
Mm.
time, huh?
And that you're not supposed to breathe it in.
Yeah, or like the inside of fluorescent tubes. Last time you guys did kill them very quickly.
That's
I
true.
will say. You also see it's a very hazy day out. It's I'm gonna say 4 p.m. So the sun's gonna go down in like an hour, because it's January. And you see something coming down the road. It's way off in the distance, but it's something, and it's like bigger than like one person. That much you can tell for sure. I'm gonna say, yeah, just like kind of like passively noticing it. That's all you're gonna be able to see.
What if we, guys? Okay, a new idea. We don't have to capture one of these guys, but what if we like? And hear me out. What if we were able to like be in control of the location of one of these big fights? Like, do you think we could pull that off? Like, it would be kind of fun. You know, we're always like waltzing into some place and getting the absolute shit kicked out of us with little
Yeah.
to no plan. What
I
if we,
mean,
like, set up a
The
trap or
location's already been established, right?
I
Has it?
do like your
The
idea.
crystallization of hell near like.
That's
Hyphen
sort of
or
where we're
something, the
meeting
meeting
up
place?
with
Yeah.
people, but I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
that doesn't have to be where we. So okay, so hold on. What's our goal here? If I was kind of putting the hell thing on hold, I thought we were maybe gonna deal with hi-fi again.
Yes.
for a
Yeah.
while.
Hyphae
What if
is,
we, like-
Hyphae is also or Hell and Heaven are also here to like deal with Hyphae. It would be very funny if you guys like were like, yeah, cool, we'll be there to destroy Hyphae. Like
Went
go off,
rogue.
yeah, go rogue. Like that new Bruce Willis film. Anyway, sorry, I have no NPCs here. Oh, I guess Olivier could be here. Olivier,
Hey, Olivier.
yeah, crab on your shoulder. He appears to be eating something.
Hey, that's my hair.
No, this is a
Put
mushroom
that
that was
back.
growing on your shoulder. I was eating it.
Oh, that's concerning.
What do you mean? Just snacks. It's like, I mean, this is what crabs do to fish. We eat little
No,
things
I
off
think
of you.
it's okay. Never mind. That's fine. We'll deal with that later, maybe. Okay. So,
Another minor earthquake.
fuck.
Damn, what's all these minor earthquakes? They're lasting 4 to 9 seconds. It's really pissing me
This one was
off.
actually 7 to 14.
Thank you,
Holy
Olivier.
shit.
I gotta say, guys, I gotta be honest.
Stopwatch.
I I am not a fan of earthquakes. It is maybe
Yes.
one of the only things that makes me a little bit afraid.
silly. Oh.
Yeah, a little bit silly.
The shape at the end of the road is getting larger.
Okay,
what does it
should we
look
maybe
like
be
now?
driving
It's
somewhere? Guys,
literally
like
getting
sitting
closer
here
to you.
talking for a really long time. Let's maybe who is am I in the driver's seat?
I think Trent
No,
is in the
I'm in the
driver's seat.
driver's
Okay,
seat.
Trent, could you let's maybe let's drive and talk here.
All right, I'm gonna set a course to Denny's.
Sure, why not? I don't know.
Yeah, there's probably a Denny's and Cabaret. Fuck it, yeah.
Within the last year.
What? Do you want to establish that there's 2 restaurants in Cabaret and nothing else? All right, here are our options. I'm gonna pull out this map. We have Mickey's Meats, which is located next to the KFC.
Yeah, give me where you guys are gonna plan all your big vaccinations. Trent is at least driving
House.
into town, which is the direction that this
We have
like
KFC,
shaped
Tago
up.
Bell.
What does that shape look
I'm
like?
not
as we
even
get closer?
close to finished.
Yeah, do you want to? Thanks, Amir. Do you want to keep reading out all the locations that you guys could drive to, Henry?
No, that's all of them. Oh, there's also the straight.
It's not just restaurants, man.
If I can, I would like to try to use some magic to try to sort of gaze at this thing a little more
You are
clearly.
also driving towards it. I would allow read a bad situation.
Okay.
It makes sense. To
I'm gonna help out by slowing down the car as we approach.
Why would you not just turn?
You're
Can we
driving
drive to one side of it?
towards something. You think slowing down is gonna give you a clear? What is wrong with you? What is this fucking session? What higher education is? My fucking god.
Guys, we used to be such a put together team back in the day. We used to plan everything so much better, I
Yeah.
think. Or
All
maybe
right.
it's always been like this.
I got a 7. I don't. How does Trent? How does your help out work?
Trent has to roll help out because you're not.
Yeah, I have to roll for it. That is 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1 is a 9. So I help out, but I expose myself to danger or something. Right.
Okay, and so that puts you at a +1 to your whatever your roll was.
So I'm now at an 8.
Excellent. So what's a mixed success for read a bad situation, please?
I just get to hold 1.
All right, ask one of them questions.
Yes.
D-bag.
Ooh. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Uh-oh.
What a fascinating question, Christopher.
Oh, God.
Christopher. What'll I do with you next?
Spirit touched.
You see Yes. You hear something in the distance. It's not a sound that you hear very often, as Cabaret is a bit of a no-fly zone, as there are some nearby like NASA like bases in this part of California. You hear the sound of airplanes, and you look up in the sky, and you see that there are several passenger airplanes flying in what appears to be a course to land somewhere around Cabaret. Several
It's gonna be
passenger
like
airplanes.
a 9/11 type situation.
No, this is not enough. As soon as I started saying it, I realized that I had to pick my language very clearly. There are several passenger airplanes beginning to come in for a landing in Cabaret.
So there's like a bunch of Boeings that are landing at the airport.
I'm terrified
There
they
is
all have.
no
user
international or large-scale airport in
Guys,
Cabaret.
Are I hate to say this, but are the big planes the thing that we should be focusing on right now?
They just
I feel like we should maybe.
they rang true to Vernon in that moment as a danger he had not presently noticed. However, in the distance, you can see a very large mob of people, maybe somewhere between 40 and 60, swiftly jogging down the road towards you. They all appear to
All
be
right,
wearing
guys,
particularly similar clothing. They all have roughly the same hair color that you can see broadly. Pretty similar faces from this distance. They all appear to have badges around their necks.
Nice.
So, okay, so guys,
How
we're in a
40
car right
Indians.
now. I feel like there's
Yeah.
a pretty obvious solution to this situation. I think first of all,
Can we not break my girlfriend's car, please? By
no.
running over 40 Ted Yinzers.
40 to 60.
If
They also do have
Thank you.
guns,
We-
which may be an issue. I would like to point that out.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, I don't
there goes
think.
there goes the side mirror.
Friend,
Fuck.
how comfortable are you with off-road driving?
This is a Jeep, baby.
Good time to find out. And I hit the NOS. Just
Um,
kidding. Pop it in a 4-wheel drive.
And maybe get off this road. It's like fields and
Yeah.
shit around here, and like
So
rolling
we're not gonna.
hills.
Okay, yeah, I guess you know what. That's fine. That makes sense. It
Yeah.
seems like it would be fun. But
Yeah, there
probably-
are 40 to 60 Ted Yinzers, all based on the information that you had before, with handguns bearing down on you, and some of them have begun firing.
Yes,
Yeah, so
Kevin.
maybe
The
we should
issue
like,
is
turn at this point.
yes.
We should slow down to get a better look at roll me act under
Trent,
pressure. to-
stop slowing down. I
to
cannot.
see how well you're off-roading. Still, I'm guessing with the broad goal to get into Cabaret proper.
Am I rolling as well?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
while
10.
Trent's doing that, can I maybe take out my GAT and return fire a bit?
Give some smoke on these fuckers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call that. I mean, you have to. Are you shooting through the front window, or are you leaning out of a side window?
Well, we're like
I'm
turning
not-
off of the road now, right? So
Mhm,
the side window would be. I mean, imagining Kevin's in
Just
the
jump
passenger
up
seat
out the
shooting out the
sunroof.
window.
I'm gonna call that act under pressure, not kick some ass, because like
Yeah.
it's
Fair
not
enough.
likely that you're gonna get like winged by a bullet right now. They're still gonna be reacting to you as turning.
That's an 8.
All right. Yeah, you lean your head pretty. Well, you lean yourself like pretty fully out the window and just kind of unload your fucking clip into this like distant crowd, and you see like several of them get winged, and some of them they're all wearing pretty crisp white like shirts. Some of them you can see blood beginning to show up. You are out of bullets, however.
Yeah, I was just thinking that as I was doing it, guys, I'm gonna need to get some more bullets. When I bought this thing, I didn't really occur to me that I was gonna need to be paying overhead, but it is pretty cool. So
That
I
being
guess we
said-
can go back to Surf and Turf or whatever the place is called.
Surf and turf open season.
That's right.
Yeah, because it's a. It's like a general use outdoors
Hunting and fishing.
hunting, fishing, camping store. Yeah.
Very nice.
You yeah, you guys are driving a Jeep. You are very easily able to outpace these guys. Like you leave them in your dust. But do keep in mind that there are 40 to 60 Ted Yinzers pursuing you
And airplanes.
en masse right now,
Any
and there
more.
are 5 to 10 airplanes. I'm trying not to be too specific with the numbers this time, in case like more information comes out later that proves me wrong. 4 to 10 airplanes congregating on Cabaret. There's a very minor earthquake this time. This time only 3 or 4 seconds long. But
Sorry,
like,
how many seconds?
3 or 4.
Thank you.
Or
I like
two-
I like to think that Olivier has a stopwatch that's very vague. You start it and stop it, and it says, "Oh, it was either 3 or 4 seconds."
well, just like the
Oh, it was
wa-
between
the-
7 to 14.
he had to make it himself, and the hand's pretty bendy.
It's like a magic 8 ball, but a stopwatch.
Exactly.
So we're currently driving a jeep through a field, right?
Yeah, through a field and like over rolling hills.
Like a dune, right? We're
It's
in,
not.
like,
It's not. It's not.
deserty
It's not too
California.
sandy around here. It's like they're like.
Okay.
It's like kind
Right,
of
I see.
scrub land.
Yeah,
Here. It's
fair
it's
enough.
more like kind of like Yosemite.
Guys,
Yeah.
this is nice. We should do this more
We
often.
should off road more often. We should go to.
I did roll a 10 on it.
Yeah, no, you're doing a good job. You're
We're all
hitting some
good.
sick fucking verts.
Nice.
You land
It's
a
like
blunt,
when,
a
when
blunt
I was
slide.
biking in the tunnel.
Kevin is still fucking head out the sunroof, lost in his favorite tunes. Only got one thing on
God
his
damn
mind.
it.
You guys are now. You can see Cabaret as you crest this hill, and there are more skyscrapers than you remember there being beforehand. You look at the kind of
Like
crest of
before
the
we left,
before
like
before you
yesterday?
left yesterday to kind of go out to Vernon's ranch.
Hmm.
There you see that the tech district has significantly expanded to a pretty like bustling looking compound, and you see kind of Avengers Tower type, except not quite that big. Big old Hyphae logo on the side of one of those buildings. And just to remind everybody, the Hyphae logo is like a duck on like some like weird wibbly strands.
Like laurels.
I think yeah, I've got it here. Well, it's a duck with roots to be specific.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Is it this?
I remember that.
It is not this. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's on the side of one of these buildings. Like they're not like it's not like a whole downtown section of like a major city, but it is like many buildings in this kind of in the kind of Hyphae like compound. But you see that
We're being mother threed.
you guys are being mother threed right now, pretty hardcore. There are low clouds over Cabaret, just kind of like hanging in this hot, humid air. And you do not see a lot of cars on the streets, and you do not see a lot of people on the streets.
Guys, I don't want to dampen the mood, but this seems kind of bad for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems very bad.
Things are changing way too fast.
You ever go away from your hometown for a while, and like you're not sure if it's changed or if you've changed?
Wow, that's really wise, Olivier.
Yeah.
It's definitely the town, though.
It's
like we were here
definitely the
yesterday.
town. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not too familiar with it. I just assume that Trent's having a bit of an arc. Trent, you doing okay?
Yeah, Trent's acting
No.
insane right now. Trent, Cabaret is a normal town. I'm
What?
literally your manager. What are you talking
You've
about?
not showed up to work in a year. Yeah, so you guys are cresting the hill, and you see on the kind of like highest point between you and Hyphae, you see the green corrugated metal hull of our home, Commander in Cheer's general store. The neon sign is off, and the lights appear to be on, but not on all the way inside.
Mhm.
And it is PCP Thursday. And I'm gonna say the sun is like beginning to set now, casting the whole town in a pretty beautiful kind of pink and yellow glow, cutting through this thick kind of foggy, gloomy air. And there's a rainbow.
Oh.
Wow. Is there anything we need to be like doing on this drive?
I think planning.
We were trying to figure it out. As
Oh yeah, we were gonna
going.
talk about what we were gonna do. Thanks, guys. You keep me honest.
This really feels like every time I tried to order food while stoned with like any people I know. Like
When
that's
Aiden made me order 2 pizzas from Uncle Fatty's when I was zonked out of my mind.
Did you order the garlic pizza?
No, I did. We can talk about this later. This is a longer story.
Yeah, we can talk about this either at the
This-
post stream or literally after the stream. Where are you guys going?
I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know.
I say we could potentially.
There's nothing to like.
Can
like
we?
in-
Why don't we go back to Commander and Cheers?
I think we're going to be ambushed. Yes, I think that could be a potentially good area for us. We know
if
the
we go back
terrain
to-
there.
Commander and Cheers and fortify it.
Mm.
That'd be pretty sick.
All
I
right,
mean,
let's
Daniel's
go.
not around to
There's no one.
stop
There's
us.
yeah. Olivier's not gonna like turn the car around. Yeah. So you, man, you guys drive up the hill to Commander and Cheers General Store, and let's get that fucking bonk. Let's get that store music playing. It's pretty quiet. It's on that night shit, and it's you are all reminded pretty directly of the last time that you all worked a kind of like weird closing overnight shift together, which was when fucking Victor died.
Open season.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah, that was like episode 1.
and it's definitely been a weird. Where is it? Cheers, General. It's been a weird little time. The doors are unlocked and swish open as you walk inside. There is a sign on the door that says "Closed temporarily. Be back on Monday."
Can we just do a quick sweep of this place and make sure there's no like other Kevin type individuals?
Absolutely.
Well, there
yeah.
has to be because we're not closed on because we're closed on a day that isn't Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to roll a kind of party read a bad situation roll for like just like sweeping the places you're getting in here?
A very specific piece of scheduling information from like episode 1 finally comes into play. Man, that's great. I think we should split up and cover more
And
ground.
search for clues.
Okay, so
Actually, you know what? No, that's a terrible idea. I think we should stick
Really,
together
really,
and
really
cover
bad
less
idea,
ground, but maybe not die. You know.
I'll alone.
you guys are walking through the aisles of Commander and Cheers General Store, like upstairs. Nothing seems really amiss. Music is still playing. I will say like it's not like people like dropped their shit and just left. Like it looks like things were like closed down, but the door is unlocked, which is a little peculiar. You guys are in the back of the store, still on the kind of like customer like area, and you see that there is a very large oil painting up of Daniel T. looking over all the cash registers, and there's a little plaque under him that just kind of like says his name, date of birth. Ooh. I can't remember what I can't do what 2017 minus 69 is. Oh no, because he would have been turning 70 in 2017.
Oh yeah, because that was his whole thing. Well, it was his big 69th birthday party.
Yeah. It's a
We
shame.
established that, didn't
He
we?
was one
Did we
year-
establish that?
We did, yeah.
We did.
Wait, was it possible for us to figure out a specific year from Daniel's age?
No, because we didn't know what year it was then. Like,
Yeah,
Until
but,
this
like-
session.
Do we know what year Daniel was born?
no, we just knew how old he was,
Oh, I see. Okay.
which was 69.
Regardless, can I do a little, like a little, what's the word? Like, it's like when you eat, cross yourself if you're like Catholic, you know, like a little ritual, like a little,
Kind of like
salute.
genuflect a little bit to Daniel.
Yeah.
You're doing a little prayer.
Just like show your respect to him. Yeah, you have a little kind of quiet moment. You guys maybe haven't like
You're saying grace.
sat
to Daniel.
with the fact that Daniel died because things kind of you went to heaven and then you came back. Like to you guys, it's been like, God, maybe a week and a half total since Daniel died.
Yeah.
That's-
It's
Oh,
been a fucked weird time. You guys hear over the intercom a pre-recorded message from what sounds like Kevin being like, Commander and Cheers is now closed for the evening. Everybody leave the store, please. See you again tomorrow morning, Wednesday. The insert date here. And then you just hear beep. Special assistance required in the warehouse area.
I guess let's go check that out. I don't know. I don't do we does the other Kevin still like technically? Well, I guess technically I'm still the manager, and like the legality of this whole situation is getting very confusing.
Well, because like the thing is, most legal contracts don't presume that there will be two of the same person.
Yeah.
I think you just
Right,
need to
okay.
like take ownership, Kevin. Like other Kevin is just like taking all of your stuff for granted. You just gotta, you just have to own up to it.
Take it
Really
back.
take,
Yes.
your,
No,
take,
I
yeah, take
agree.
your place in the world.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right, let's go check out the warehouse. You guys are making me blush.
You guys take the stairs going to the underside of Commander in Cheers. The music gets significantly quieter, but still being pumped in timidly through some of the speakers built into the ceiling.
Mhm.
What does Kevin look like when he blushes? There's no blood to go to make his cheeks redder.
But he can also like look like whatever he wants.
Oh, that's true.
And I think he chooses to be a bashful little boy sometimes, licking on his big lollipop in his little sailor suit. You go into the warehouse basement of Commander in Cheers, and you see that things are a little bit less all put together down here. A lot of the shelves have been pulled away from the center of the room, and one of the manhole covers that is in the basement of the warehouse is pulled away, and you can see there's like a thin like fuzz on it,
Like a mold.
Gross.
kind of like a mold fuzz, yeah. And you will remember that this is the same manhole cover that a rat man disappeared to a while ago, that none of you ever went into and kind of explored.
Right. Because why would we do that?
Why
That's
would-
insane.
Why would you explore a space that I give you?
Definitely not exploring a mold-filled hole right now, though.
A rat hole? What? I mean,
mole-filled rat
is there anything
hole?
else,
That's
like,
my
in this room
favorite
of
metal
note?
band.
that we can see, or is that like?
That's about it.
I mean, that seems like the thing.
the back warehouse
Yeah.
door is closed.
All right, guys. Who wants to go in a rat hole? A moldy rat hole.
I can volunteer. I was the first one to go in the rat hole.
Are we just sending Vernon?
Well, I was thinking that I could go down first and then you could all follow me, but
I mean, you can like see in the dark and shit, right, or something. Can you?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't mean to be insensitive.
It's a bit of a weird.
It's a bit of a weird assumption, isn't it, Kevin?
Is that Olivier?
Yes, it is. Trying something out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not
I don't
all
know how
us
I feel
angels
about it.
are confident with keeping the same vocal cords minute to minute, are we, Kevin? We're not all as naturalistic in our human performance as you are.
Well, I've had some practice.
Oh, and it shows me, friend. Now who's going in this moldy rat hole?
All right, let's go Vernon, Trent in the middle, and then I guess it'll be me bringing up the rear. Sort of Vernon on the sax, Trent on the facts, and
Trent
In a way,
bringing
I
up-
would.
Kevin bringing up the rear, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, Kevin does have the juiciest ass, so
that's right. I'm the caboose of the party.
absolutely.
Oh my god, and our mold ambassador, Vernon Roberts. You guys sink your way into this going down the ladder through this manhole
Of the mold-filled rat
of the
hole.
mold-filled rat hole, and there's this kind of like fuzz of mold, like specifically on the ladder that you guys are going down. Nowhere.
Can I make sure I have like my shirt over? I'm like covering my like breathing.
Absolutely, yeah. There, I mean, I will say
Yeah.
like there is like work gloves and shit in the warehouse and stuff, and probably some PPE.
Yes,
if you
can we
want.
get our PPE on our...
When they say
I think
PCP?
Trent would be PPE'd up.
That I think that's probably. Hey man, Trent's probably got a good idea with that one on. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
also have a couple respirators. I
Yeah,
think.
like you pop like an
That's
N95 because like there's
Yeah.
definitely been asbestos issues with Commander in Cheers in the past.
We all back out of the hole, put on a mask.
Yeah.
This seems like a good idea.
Yeah,
actually.
Vernon is just stepping out. Yeah, so like I'm gonna say that like all manner of like gloves, personal protective equipment, like you are now like kind of like suited up for that. I mean, Vernon, is there anything that you keep in your office that you want to get before you go into this mold-filled rat hole?
The shotgun.
I was gonna say.
I have the shotgun with me.
Mm, mm.
That hasn't been in my office for a while. But I I do believe there is I might have a leftover rat in the mini fridge I might grab.
Oh, leftover.
Does Kevin
It's
have an
been a
office?
year,
At
man.
Canadian
No, I mean probably right. You would assume that Kevin would take over Daniel's office. You've not, I think, shown up and like looked into it yet. We're
Can
not-
I?
Yeah, please.
Well, other Kevin has been using this office. Can I investigate that office and see if?
Yeah, while
There's-
Trent's looking for PPE, Vernon is gonna go grab a snack from his mini fridge. A year-old rat.
A
from his
year-old
mini fridge.
mini
It's
fridge
being-
rat.
Fridge.
I realize it has been a year now. I might need to find.
I'll have to
something
get one of the
more.
rats from the freezer. They're microwave safe though. Oh.
I mean, if
Ugh.
you don't want it, I'll eat it. Like it's all food to me. Actually, well, I don't know. How normal would that be?
not normal.
Not.
Okay, then I
Definitely
wasn't gonna
not.
eat it.
So
I wasn't gonna
we'll
eat the
do
rat.
this in 3 stages. So Vernon,
not
you
even a
are
rat anymore.
walking to your office, and as you walk past, there are 2 office doors, as you know. There is one that says Vernon Roberts on the door, and there's one that says CFO Madeline Alburn. And as you as you creak a floorboard, it's probably not floorboards, it's probably a concrete floor in this warehouse. As you creak the concrete floor as you walk past Mad's door, you, with your vampiric senses, hear and sense movement from within Mads' office. And there is the Daniel's office was upstairs, and that's, I'm guessing, where you are heading to. So you guys are splitting up now. Perfect. A cookie fell over on my desk. Did you just show the fucking dogs on stream, bro? You just did you bare toe to my fucking streaming audience?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wiki feeded Reese.
Yeah. Hey guys, size 9. Size 9. Yeah, you sense movement from inside. You don't necessarily need to act on that. You see Kevin going up either the stairs or the freight elevator. It's up to him. Cat delivery for Vernon, apparently. Yeah. I will. I will let you decide how to act upon that. As Kevin, you step into Daniel's office. How would Kevin decorate an office? First of all,
He would definitely decorate it a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
probably like tiki bar, beach cabana type shit.
yeah, and I'm thinking like the walls. Like, you know, like in like one of those like teen movies where like the teenager's bedroom where it's just like covered in posters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like that, except I don't think it's posters. I think it's like framed oil paintings and stuff, but there's just like an entire wall of them.
So
Now, this
is-
was also decorated by other Kevin, so I think
So
they're...
you open this door, and you see like definitely your aesthetical taste everywhere. There's like a coconut lamp,
very maximalist.
absolutely very maximalist. But it also is like a bit more like kind of like if it was like a biker bar in a beach town. Like there's like some like there's like some like beer like light up signs on the wall next to some of like
memorabilia.
next to like oil paintings of like steamships and shit. You see there is a computer terminal at the desk, similar to the ones that you've seen at Hi-Fi before. You see that there is a full-size fridge in the corner. You see that there is a large like gunmetal green heavy cabinet in the corner next to a similar filing cabinet, and there is there is a punching bag like in the corner of this room that is very severely like it's pretty beat the ever loving shit out of it, and there's like a pretty big pile of like dust underneath it.
Can I go through the desk drawers?
Absolutely. Are you looking for anything in particular, or just like
No, just like anything fun that I could take.
I
I just want to see what this guy's got. You know?
lots of ammunition in like a lot of just kind of loose in a bunch of the different
sick.
desk drawers. I'll tell you that much. I would say that you're probably pretty easily able to find a clip or two for your gat. You find a ring of keys. Like they appear to be spare ones, maybe for the store, maybe for something else. They're on a hyphae lanyard. You find a lot of changes of shirts in his desk drawers. But you don't find a lot of like you don't find like a thing that says like passwords 1 2 3 4 5 6 or anything like that. But yeah, this guy has a lot of ammunition and just munition in general on his fucking desk.
Are there any like? Is it all just? Are there any like weapons that I could? Is it all just ammo?
In the desk, no. It's all clips of ammunition, like, and it's like stored in the same way that you would store like stationery and like shit in your desk.
Right.
It's like organized by like highest use to lowest use and shit like that. And it's also like in there, it's also like stationery, like in the same drawers and stuff. Like this is just
Maybe
like,
I'll just like grab a pen and like a shirt that I think is cool, and I'll put that on over top of whatever I'm currently wearing.
yeah, there's one of the new Commander-in-Cheer's turtlenecks. It's got the logo on the front in like big stitches.
Perfect.
And there's also a very nice fountain pen that you take and some clips. Do you spend any time opening any of the other shit in the office? Guys, we were so close to going into a hole and then we got distracted by PPE.
I think that's all I need.
Yeah. Vernon, do you act upon this noise in Mad's office or not?
I want to try to figure out what it is exactly.
There are frosted glass windows, so you cannot see within the office, but you can definitely hear breathing in there. Trent is all PPE'd up and standing near you.
Ready to go whenever you are.
Am I back to where they are now?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I will try
Everyone
to.
have fun.
Well, it seems there is someone in Mads' office. That
Oh,
could be
Jesus fucking Christ! And as soon as you are like making noise outside the door, it is kicked to the fucking side, and Mads is there.
Oh my god, it's Mads. I've
Oh,
been
hey,
wanting
Mads.
to talk to Mads for so long.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I missed you, Mads.
Yeah, great.
Sorry.
It's fine. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Where the fuck were you guys? Shit went kind
In
of
heaven.
crazy for. No, we've reconvened since you were in heaven. I meant
Oh,
more
right.
specifically in the last like 4 or 5 hours. Post Gnome, it's been a bad fucking day, guys.
God, was the gnome today?
Must have been.
God
That
have
cannot
been.
be true.
Post Gnome, it's been a bad time. How about? All of my roommates apparently have business out of town and fucking left at the same time. That's one's weird. Trudy isn't in town, so at least she'll be safe, which I like. I don't like that this hasn't happened to me because I didn't want to fucking go with them. So I went to my office to see this as a defensible situation, and then other Kevin was here for a little bit. He looked like he had been hit by several fucking trains.
Copy.
Yeah, and
Daniel
I hid in
was
my... Daniel was here? What? When?
What?
Did you say Daniel was here?
I said other Kevin.
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 Oh, sorry. I had a little bit of a brain oopsie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's down that fucking hole in the warehouse. I've not gone down there. I went out briefly, but then there was... Remember that detective that was here, like, after all that, the Vic stuff was going on?
Yeah, there's like 40 to 60 of them in a mob that were chasing us.
Yeah, I heard, like, I think, I guess it was him talking to himself, literally, in the warehouse. But then I think they left. Now so they're actively chasing you guys?
Yes.
Something like that.
And you guys are here currently.
Something
Yes.
like that.
Okay. I'm gonna go, I fucking think.
Yes.
You are not in a very safe.
Yeah, where is safe for me to be right now? Can I get like a 411 on...
Question.
Out of town, I would presume.
Out of town, or you could stay with us, would probably be the safest in Cabaret.
Or I could just.
I would.
I mean,
I would
banish,
try to get out
banish.
of town if I were you. If I'm being honest, I don't think we're very safe to be around.
I don't
Ned's
want,
part of the
yeah,
party, then.
I don't want you guys to fucking die, but like, I don't know. I personally like to think I'm kind of part of the team. But
I mean, we'd love to have you with us, but we would all be pretty sad if you died.
I would
So-
also
true.
I would also be quite sad if I died, Kev. If you want to send me to safety, that would be nice.
I think that's for the best.
I have family in Ohio, and I have family in New Jersey. There's a lot of space between for air there that isn't ocean, which I like.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so in terms of the banishing, I don't really have a ton of control over it. It'll be somewhere on Earth, and I
Can't you
want to
just
say
like angel wings her there and then come back?
I've never been to Ohio.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I would have figured that an angel that's been around for like millennia has been kind of everywhere, but
You
that's
guys
on me.
hear-
I
Nothing
guess.
of note has ever happened.
You
in
guys
Ohio.
hear a airplane flying very low overhead.
Holy
Okay.
shit, that
Very-
airplane
I'm
is
going
flying
to-
real low overhead.
I'm gonna aim for. I'm going- Very observant. I'm gonna aim for, let's say, somewhere in Middle America on land. Do you want to maybe get like like your wallet and a jacket or something like?
Yeah, I've got some changes of clothes in my office, and I have ID on me. And I've got my phone. I'll figure something out. Yeah, being as far away from here would be nice. I didn't really know what the play was. I didn't. It's don't die. Don't let the world end. If you need
We'll try.
me, I guess you can bring me back. Right? You have my full permission to bring me back, unless it's into like it's like a human sacrifice thing.
Right. That is. Once again,
I don't think that's
I don't
how
want to
this
get into
works.
it. That's not entirely how it works, but good luck. I will be able to. I think. I should probably be able to. Angel wings to you.
Yeah, we're tight. We know each other.
Okay. Well, we'll reconvene. Let's say after this big thing that's gonna happens.
Yeah, roll banish just to see like how well this magical thing goes, and I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
a -1 to that, Kevin.
Sure. I like how this move is cast out evil, but they don't have to be
Cast
evil
out
anymore because
a
I got a
worker.
promotion. Cast out evil is plus tough. Okay, so that's an 8. Which according to the sheet makes it means it takes a little while for it to take effect.
I'm just gonna play that in a little bit differently. Mads,
Yeah.
kind of like nods at you, plays her fucking YouTuber outro, and then vanishes to elsewhere in the United States.
You sent her to the middle of America, right? Not the middle of the Americas.
Yeah, I think so. God, man, I miss Mads. I hope she's okay. Good luck to Mads.
Yeah, me too.
That could be
Maybe you should go
spin-off.
check on her
Mads in
with
America.
angel wings.
Trent,
Sure, I mean,
Trent, you get a text on your phone.
Yeah.
It's the word
You're
Panama,
gonna get text.
God damn it.
and then
Oh, is that Mads?
it's fine. we fuck it, we ball.
And then I send her 3 basketball emojis and like a sunglasses emoji.
Yeah, West Side for real. Mads is in Panama. To be fair, quite far away from Cabaret.
Yeah,
And Ohio.
I can't wait for the Mads in Panama spin-off.
Mads in
Oh,
Panama.
that would go so hard.
Yeah, it's just me. Hey,
That could be a fun thing to see. Is if
Henry, would you
you're
DM?
DMing and also being
Oh,
the main PC, and then we can all play NPCs.
so you just chime in whenever you decide that an NPC is there.
I mean, that's basically what we
no-
do already.
No bearing on the story.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say this officially. I do have plans for like what happens after Surf and Turf, but we will see the Cleveland show style Mads in Panama, either one off or whatever. It'll
That
happen.
would be
Excellent.
great. I think there's a story there.
There's a story
Sort of an
there.
El Camino type thing. Except hopefully she doesn't get put in a cage.
hopefully not too much of an El Camino thing.
Yeah, hopefully way less sad.
Yeah, and we're gonna do a bit of a better. We're gonna do a Better Call Daniel prequel, where we see what he had
That
to
would be
do
so
to
insane.
become Daniel T.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk more about this later.
All right, guys, let's get in that rat hole.
So you guys are going down this
That
rat hole now.
mold-filled rat hole.
Do we? You know what? Bring it in. Let's do some sort of team building thing. I think.
Mold-filled rat hole.
Count 3. Mold fill rattle. Everyone put it in.
All right. I like that.
2, 3.
Mold-filled rat hole.
Very in sync on my end. You
Not on
guys,
mine.
and as you guys are like in together, you're just kind of looking into each other's eyes, kind of lovingly. Kevin looking broadly similar to how he did when you first met him. Maybe a little bit more like, maybe a bit more high poly. Trent looking tired, haggard.
The bags under my eyes.
And Vernon
have grown.
maybe looks at the oldest, like in like 30 years old right now. He looks
Wow.
whole and hearty and healthy, and
like the
he's-
best we've ever seen.
he
him.
is like seriously like fucking glowing. And Vernon, you're still seeing a bit of that like latent kind of like red hazy fuzz between Kevin and Trent. And you suddenly get this just like real strong sense of deja vu out of just like it's you just kind of get like hit and dazed and confused for a second. And there's just like something unbelievably familiar about what is happening right now. And then it passes, and it's
Do we all get that, or
no,
just Vernon?
just Vernon.
Okay.
And you guys see Vernon's eyes kind of like dilate for a second. You just kind of like, again, like you guys are just kind of like taking this moment before you go into whatever is in this fucking mold-filled rat hole. And you see Vernon just kind of like, you know, start for a second. Yeah. Sorry, I was checking my notes. And we're back.
All right, we good? Any final words from anyone?
Good luck.
Go team.
And
That's
have
what I'll say.
fun.
Go
Um,
team.
Vernon, you go down the ladder, followed by Trent, followed by Kev. The air is definitely like it's humid everywhere. It's humid Dovan here. There is a kind of a thin, like cobwebby spattering of just kind of like fungal life in this tunnel. This ladder goes down for maybe 10, 15 feet in this just kind of like a tight passageway. And like you can see there's like pipes and shit that can be serviced like from down here. And then it is like an actual like formed concrete tunnel. It looks on the older side. There is similar green gunmetal paneling to the corrugated green metal that Commander at Cheers itself is made out of. And it stretches maybe 60, 70 feet straight out in front of you until you see a large, heavy door. It is metal. It is green. It has... it looks like it has been painted over poorly, and there is fading lettering on it.
Can we make out what the lettering says at all, or is it just like?
It's pretty dark, and you're at the other end of this hallway. It's just like there's just very clearly like markings on this door. If you don't like examine it closer, probably not going to be able to figure out what there is. You feel another earthquake. Very, very small this time. Like it's just like things are just kind of like shaking. You're probably just feeling it mainly because you are underground. Maybe a bit of dust falls from the ceiling. And
Guys, I think. Sorry.
yeah, please. No,
I think it would be appropriate if we all put our hands on this door in unison, and then hopefully it pushes open.
It would be embarrassing if it was a pull door, but
I mean, wait, is there like a key thing on it?
It's got one of those turny wheels in the middle of it.
Oh, very cool. I love these.
perhaps we don't push. We turn.
Well, we could all put our hands on the wheel.
I like that idea.
You walk down this hallway. It remains dark, your footsteps echoing outwards. As you are about 3/4 of the way down, you hear a loud banging sound coming from up and away, seemingly
Are we beyond the door now?
in and around. No, you're still in this hallway, probably from within Commander in Cheers itself. You all put your hands on the door, and you see that the very old lettering once said U.S. military on it or something to those effects. And there are more words further down that have been like more concretely like either painted over or faded away.
Guys, I'm feeling a slight sense of urgency in regards to the door opening type thing.
You guys leisurely and happily place your dainty little fingers on this wheel, turn it, it unlocks and opens, and it swings open, and you see a large bunker-like space. There are racks of shelves along the wall with tons of canned food and weaponry. You see large like pull-down projector screens in the corner with very old projectors hanging from the ceiling. And in the middle of this room, you see this massive kind of like moldy growth. It's an off-color, kind of bluish, greenish white color, and suspended, some limbs sticking out of it, cocoon style. You see other Kevin. And sitting, never mind, I removed that bit. And he's there, and he appears to be in a dormant space. But as soon as you open this, like, door, you see this kind of dull, grayish white light, begin to kind of, like, emit, from him. And the mold is kind of shuddering, almost. And you kind of hear this, like, as this kind of mold kind of whips around you, and a shudder goes through it, starting from the cocoon and going past you and through this mold, out and down this corridor and up and away. But other Kevin still appears to be dormant, and we will, I believe, end our session there.
Feels like the place to do it. Very cool.
Well, we found his office.
We found his office, and we found also, I just want to say that this bunker has always been down here. This is not something that like was made recently. This is. I'm glad that we're getting to see this shit. This is some like we are seeing some shit that I was setting up at the very, very beginning, and I'm happy about that.
Nice.
Did we save anybody from certain death or worse?
We put Mads in Panama.
We put Mads in.
That's so true. That's one yes. Did we
created a spin-off show?
Did we end the current mystery?
No.
No. Did we learn anything new about any of the hunters? I'm going to say probably no.
Yeah, not really.
Did we learn anything new about the world? I would say yes.
I would say so.
Yeah.
So that's two
I'd say
yeses. So that is one experience.
All right, and that makes me level up.
Absolutely incredible. So yeah, just for like a bit of a minor thing, as I've stated before, I do plan for Surf and Turf to end. It will not end this arc, nor do I think it will end the next arc, but I doubt that we will have like more than 3. It just depends on like how a bunch of different things play throughout the show. I know and would like to do another like similar narrative thing, probably in the same setting after this, and that would be fun to do, fun to have, and fun to hold. Thank you, A7XNav, also known as Riley, friend of the stream and measly partner to one of our stars. Thank you to SoulSawed Live, chat user, and a friend to everyone. I believe I will be streaming tomorrow. It's either going to be more Frostpunk, might be some Disco Elysium. We'll fucking see. I would like to. Yeah, please.
Sorry, I just want to say I have before I forget, I have thoughts about this level up, but I want to think about it for maybe another second, and I'll talk to you about it next.
Absolutely.
Later.
If you're watching this and you have not seen it already, I and 3 pretty fucking rad friends of mine put on a horror cooking event recently, and it's all up on my YouTube. And you can click that link there, and it's gave me there. I think it's really fucking funny, and it ties into some of the lore of this session, kind of. Sorry about kidnapping you guys, by the way, but I mean, showbiz, baby. It happens,
My
right?
pleasure.
Yeah, it sounded like it. Those are the plugs for my friends. Chris does art, Henry does music. Reese is a great friend. And you should watch his video essays on youtube.com/vsauce. Hold that flag up, Chris.
Yeah, let's go. Merry Christmas, Ethiopia.
Merry Christmas, Ethiopia. Don't turn on the machine.
Italy.
Don't go in
If
there.
anyone-
You'll become one. for the next high key stream, keep your eye out for some sloppy cocktails made over on twitch.tv/SoulSodLive. What else? Surf and Turf is cool. Maybe a session next week. We'll see. I'm gonna be prepping for some streams from a lot of like next week. So my schedule is gonna be very weird. Vernon is definitely 1% black. I mean, there's a pretty high contingency of black people in Wales. Twitch.tv/SoulSodLive, friend of the stream. But also, if you send links in my chat, you will be killed in real life with a rifle. Yeah. Good session all. Chris, Vernon, Kevin, Henry, Trent, Reese. Do any of you guys have anything you want to say to the stream?
Good night.
Good night. And